Hello, everyone. This is my final for anthropology, and today I'll be interviewing my mom, talking about some of the adversity she faced in her athletic and professional careers, as well as her life.
Hi, my name is Carrie. I grew up in Avon, Indiana. I played three sports: volleyball, basketball, and track. And then I also played basketball in college at Valparaiso University, where I studied business management. And I also got my master's degree in sports administration, where I went on to coach at Valpo for a year. And now I currently work at UPS. I've been there for 24 years, and I'm a business manager.
Right. So, as a female athlete in high school and college, did you find women's sports to be kind of on the back burner, not getting as much attention or respect or resources, maybe time as men's sports?
I would definitely say that'd be true in high school. Definitely not as much funding. I remember wearing the same uniform year after year after year, while the guys' teams tended to get new uniforms every year. A lot of times we had to pay for it ourselves, things like that. When I got into college, is really where I started to see things change because of Title IX and things like that. They had to make things fair for women's sports. They had to have the same amount of teams or offer the same amount of comparable sports for women. So I really think it started changing at that point.
And then kind of like treatment of the athletes. Did you see any difference there?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could tell in the size of the crowds. The men's games were always sold out and the crowds were always full. And the women's games, you had to pretty much beg people to come um, or give away tickets for free. So it's definitely changed in the last, whatever, 25 plus years. Women's sports has changed for sure, and a lot more attention, a lot more money. Um, and I think the athletes have gotten better too. So.
Okay. Being the only female manager in your district, do you see any kind of sexism or misogynistic kind of downplaying your abilities or opinions or anything?
Yeah, it's hard. I work with probably, let's just call it 95% men. A lot of times they don't take you seriously, or it's a fine line between, being able to tell people what to do without looking mean, but at the same time, respecting, gaining respect and being able to control that. So, um, I find myself sometimes being quiet when really I should speak up, because sometimes it's hard to do that when you're in a room full of men. Um, I've gotten better over the years, but it's still very challenging at times. Yeah.
Finally, as a woman raised in the LDS faith and being a single working mother for a few years, was there any struggle with your faith that did you feel you didn't fit into the expectation of what a family could be?
Wow, yeah, that's a good question. I definitely felt like at times maybe I didn't belong, or I'd done something wrong or something like that. But that was probably maybe in my own head, maybe not. I don't know. Um, but yeah, there's probably that stigma that probably goes true for, oh, she's divorced, or a single mom, or whatever the case may be. Um, but I decided at some point, you know what, it doesn't matter. I belong, and I'm gonna raise my kids to the best of my ability.
All right.